Colby, I met somebody.
Yeah, Barry? Who'd you meet?
It's not gonna matter because before I asked her out. She got her head cut off, and I think that delivery is a lot better than the rest of this movie. What's going on, guys? My name is Barry,
This is Colby.
and this is Who Watches This. What's going on, guys? It's the second week of the public domain verse.
Yes.
And I guess what a doozy. It's funny before because it's like my month to like recommend movies, but funny enough, I had recommended a movie to Colby, and he's like, "Hey, I don't think you could watch that from home yet." And then I mistakenly, who knew that there were going to be two movies about this out at the same time?
There's actually a third.
Oh man, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you right now. I don't know how I'm gonna stretch this movie plot into 30 minutes of recap. I have a Herculean task in front of me. I don't know what's gonna be harder, talking about this movie for 30 minutes or the 12 labors of Hercules.
This may end up being one of the labors of Hercules.
So if you guys are wondering what movie we're going to be talking about, let's go into our first section, the Rhinefest trailer. And might be better writing than the movie. No, just kidding. Okay. Movie seems to be a lot. Movie cooked up about half a plot. Stuck in between Five Nights at Freddy's and does a poor impression of Jason Voorhees. Will week 2 be fun? Will be public domain fun from back to back? We're going to find out in 2025's Mousetrap. I'm not, I feel like I'm harsh on this movie right now, but, I knew what this movie was. There's we'll talk about my expectations about it later. But yeah, so Kobe, first of all, you saw Steamboat.
I did.
And when I was looking up little other people talk about this movie, I saw one that said why Steamboat worked and why Mousetrap did it. Now, can you do a really quick recap of what Steamboat was about? Because I didn't look up a trailer for that one at all.
Okay, so Steamboat kind of was more like on the path of Blood and Honey, like we did last week. So it is current time. Steamboat Willie was friends with Walt Disney, but accidentally got trapped in a vault on the boat.
Oh.
And then, long story short, to save money, they continue just to recycle parts of old boats to make new boats. He's now on that chest is now on the ferry, the Manhattan ferry that takes people back and forth in New York. He's accidentally let go, but he's been trapped in there, has gone super feral because he's been trapped in there for 50 years or whatever it was. He is trying to steal the boat so he can go find Minnie, his long lost love.
Yeah.
But he's been trapped for 50 years, so he's very hungry, and the only food on the boat is people. So it's kind of I'm a goofy, feral, funny rat that wants to kill everybody on this boat so that and then eat most of you so that I can get away.
So
I can find my girlfriend.
So Steamboat Willie has turned into a Magic the Gathering card.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
You know, funny enough. Oh, sorry.
But um, it is Steamboat Willie is played by the same guy who played Terrifier.
Oh,
But it is done in that vein. It is horrifically gory
oh,
and lots of very imaginative kills.
oh, I'm so sad. This is in theaters right now.
Yeah,
Oh, like, oh man, I'm sad now. Because when I saw this pop up on Peacock, I was like, it's gonna be shitty acting, low production, but I bet the kills will be gory. So let's go ahead and talk about this movie. I'm gonna try to stretch this out as much as possible, but it's like for the budget that this like movie had, I think they did what they could with it, right?
right, right. What was the budget was like $8,000, something like that. No,
It's like a rental fee. But so like this movie, it starts off. What is it called? It starts off in a Discovery Zone type of place. Wait, I don't think that's around Chuck E. Cheese. It's like a Chuck E.
yes,
Cheese type of place, but it's huge. It's like if you guys have ever been to Las Vegas, it's pretty much what seems to be the Adventure Dome size. Because in this,
so
sorry, go ahead.
anybody who's from Canada, it
Mm.
is actually filmed in
Oh,
Funhavement Amusement Arcade in Canada.
so it's a real place too.
Yeah,
Yeah, because like this place is pretty huge. I didn't understand the scope of it until in one of the scenes there's like a mini roller coaster.
yeah, yeah,
So I was like, oh, this shit, this is fucking huge. And so it's taking place in this Fun Haven arcade slash like mini theme park, right? It's like a warehouse. And we get introduced to it's a busy time. There's like machines rattling off tickets, coins and tokens being thrown about. It's pretty looks pretty advanced, like because it has like VR situations and like machines I've never seen before. So I was like, oh, this is
right, yeah.
kind of cool, but it's cool to visit, but it's never that great to work in these situations.
Right, yeah. I worked in it was Pistol Pete's Pizza is basically a Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, that was funded by Pistol Pete Maravich from the Utah Jazz. Oh man, yeah, and we get introduced to our main character named Alex,
Yeah,
and and she's having she's talking with her friend, her coworker. They're kind of having a fun time, not a fun time, but they're just kind of like ignoring their big boss, who's
yeah,
like this British guy, and very actually kind of reminds me of you as a boss. Like kind of
it
easygoing, but
right.
like you're like you tread the line of being like a stern boss, but you're like nice too. So it's like I want to guilt you into working a little bit more.
Right, and the two girls are talking, and they've already made the comment that only 15 minutes left for the evening
But they're
before
like,
they're off.
yeah, but the boss is like, come on, guys. There's a 3 hour party coming in. It's only gonna be 8 people, and I'll pay you guys like time and a half. So it's like it's not a bad situation.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
it just sucks that you get told this 15 minutes before closing. You're like, oh, it's so close. I can taste it. But Alex is like, she convinces her other coworkers. She's like, it's gonna be fine. It's only 3 hours. We're gonna get time and a half, and I know just as much as I need it, you need some extra cash.
Right.
And so yeah, and like the guy is like really nice. Like the boss is actually pretty nice, and he's British, so like the accent kind of like lessens the blow. But after that, he goes into his room, like his private room in this Fun Haven amusement park.
Right. He talks like he's leaving. Like, I gotta go home, and you guys have to close up. But then he just goes into the back room,
Yeah,
and
but he has like a private. I guess maybe he owns Fun Haven, so maybe he lives upstairs. But
possibly.
he has like
I
yeah,
didn't even think about that. Like, it's
yeah.
like a Bob's Burger, and he just lives above it.
And yeah, no, but it's like a theater room. He has like a projector, and he has a lot of like old school memorabilia of like Steamboat Willie and other like nerdy shit.
I actually all the
Yeah.
movie posters are all public domain movies.
So yeah, but then he has like this display case of an old Mickey Mouse mask, right? And so he
Right.
starts to play Steamboat Willie on the projector, and then all of a sudden it's like,
Right. And he's got the original Steamboat Willie comic book
yeah, and I
that he's
don't,
reading.
and all of a sudden he becomes possessed by the spirit of Steamboat Willie. I don't
Right.
know.
So I feel like it's the trifecta. So you have the original mask, you have the original movie, and you have the original comic, and then he spills his drink onto the cord of the projector
Yeah,
that sparks, and that, like, what the devil cuts, like
what the devil?
the three,
the the
three
unholy
is the
trinity.
number. Yeah, and then boom, that's what brings
Oh man. Yeah, and so
the
well,
evil Willie.
that sounds like a penis joke. But yeah, and while that's happening, the two girls are they're not closing up, they're cleaning up for this private party. And like Alex is like, I hate rich kids who can just take up this whole place.
Right.
And like her other coworker, she's like, "Hey, I got a dick appointment, so I'll be back. I am just, gonna sit on it real quick."
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely back for time to clean up and close up.
Yeah, and Alex is like, "Fine, fine, I will handle." The size of this place. Two employees aren't enough, right?
Right. Right. Yeah. Even if it's only 8 kids, you figure.
Yeah, like all these kids are gonna go, like they're gonna get trapped somewhere because there's not only is there what's it called, a roller coaster in here. There's like laser tag and just a huge arcade and
And there's all tables and
yeah,
like a little food court. So there's got to also be like some kind of kitchen staff somewhere.
exact. Oh, and then there's also like a discovery zone type of place, like for like more little kids.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
place is huge. This needs at least like a 4 to 5 people team to just make sure none of these kids get hurt. Liability.
Right. Right.
But what's it called? No, and so Alex is kind of not stressed, but she's like, fine, But as she's cleaning up, she comes back into the room, and her friends are there to surprise her for her 21st birthday.
Yeah.
And it's a group of 8 people. And oh, sorry, I forgot. The start of this movie is a goth girl that's in a jail cell,
Mm-hmm.
and they're supposed to be cops, but they look like scientists. Like they're dressed like scientists. And she's really the one that's like recalling the events of the night.
Right.
So that's the
Yes.
important part. But that girl is actually one of Alex's friends. And so they're there to, celebrate her 21st birthday. They bring a whole bunch of bottles. One of the guys there, he's like in this hockey jersey, is
Yeah.
super gunning for Alex. He's like, "Yeah, you're so hot, babe." It feels like Canadian like slang or whatever it is. It sounds like 1990s Valley Girl. Because like that's like the cadence of how he's talking throughout this whole thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like the mix is like what it's him, Marcus, who is Alex's childhood best friend.
Right. Who was
Uh,
also pining for her.
and Brad, who's like the designated like Sean Hunter of the group. He's like, he's kind of like he gets high, he smokes weed, but he's like conventionally pretty attractive.
Right.
Yeah,
He's got a fantastic jawline.
and then he has like the '90s mid part
Yep.
and
Yep.
like the baggy clothes. But I think he's
Yeah.
dating the popular girl because he's like the bad boy and she's like the popular girl, and it's also like the goth girl. God, there's like another girl, and she like disappears for half the movie playing VR. And
Oh, right. Yeah.
Alex,
The ditzy.
yeah, the ditzy best friend or something, like female best friend. So like, yeah, they're having a party. They're having fun. They're drinking. Alex though is just like, hey, can we? Oh yeah, and there's also like another couple, and it's like the one girl's like a bimbo, and the other guy's sort of like he gets killed first, so you don't really get too much story on him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And so like as everyone's like kind of partying, hanging out, yeah, like the extra number five and the bimbo girl go into like the foam pit to like have sex. But then they're like they are Mickey's first kills.
Right. Yeah. Because Mickey waits till they get
Yeah.
naked.
Oh yeah, you gotta
They don't really show anything, but waits till they get naked.
see like,
then
and
he's
this is like one of the faults of this movie. I was like, hey, yo, if you're gonna do this, there better be boobies and super gory kills.
right.
We get
Right.
neither.
Yeah. No boobs, and then the first two kills right there
Off
screen.
screen. I was like, whoa, you guys. In my head the whole time, I was like, you guys are, what's it called? You guys are sinning on the low budget horror Bible.
Right. Right.
But no, yeah. And so Alex is like, hey, come on, guys, let's get out of here. Like, I want to actually go to a real bar, and so I could order my first real drink as an adult.
Right. Right. Yeah. Because you don't really want to have a party where you have to work to host your own party.
Yeah. And so like yeah, and so they're like, yeah, that's cool, fine. But then hockey jersey, he calls somebody real quick, right? And it's like it says like, with Sunday hockey team, and he's like, hey, bruh, hey, oh my second piece, she's getting chased by like her childhood nerdy friend. And so I need you guys to kind of jump him just to like let him know where he stands.
Right.
And like Alex really isn't feeling Jersey because prior to this, he's like, hey, so, what are we gonna do about this? I threw this party for you, so are we gonna go to Bone Town or? Yeah, I'll take you to the dog pound.
Yeah, he's pretty blatant that
Yeah, and
he expects something for this party, even though it's also like been said that he wasn't even really invited. He just kind of heard about it, so he came.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm actually still kind of exploring if I'm bisexual. So, and he's like, oh, well, this is I'll give him credit for this portion because he's like, oh, all right, that's cool. He doesn't make a sleazy comment about like, oh, can I watch or something.
No, but he kind of insinuates like, oh, you're gay. That's the only acceptable reason why you don't want mine.
Okay, so it's like, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Oh man. And so like, prior to this though, everyone had like kind of like put their phones in a bag.
Right, because they did that whole, hey, if we're gonna have a party, nobody's on their phone.
And the first one to grab for it buys like for the night or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, they try to leave. What's it? Jersey? What was it called? No, the popular girl tries to go for the phones, and as they're trying to leave, the door's locked by a Dollar Tree lock.
Right. Oh, that and before everybody showed up for the party, she saw somebody in the back room wearing the Mickey mask, and so now that everybody's here, she assumes Oh, because now Ryan's missing, so
Yeah.
she assumed it was Ryan trying to play a prank, and she just kind of walked in on him
Hmm.
previously.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, like I was like, no one's trying hard enough, because I feel like a couple kicks to this lock would have broke it. I've broken a
It
decent amount of
it
locks.
it's a pretty loose chain. I feel like you could have pushed the door open, and at least the skinny people could have got
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I was like, because in my head I was like, oh come on guys, like even like those high school locker locks are like $15. I feel like you guys could have spared the change. This lock looks like it's supposed to lock like a check-in luggage.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, no, they're like, oh no, we're trapped. Even Jersey tries to break, and he's like, it's not going anywhere.
Right. He gives it a light jiggle. Nope.
Yeah.
It's not moving.
Yeah, and then the popular girl comes. She's like, "Where's our phones? Because somebody replaced our phones with these what's it called, little tykes phones." Oh my god! And so yeah, they try to go the back way, but the extra number two and the bimbo are they're dead.
Yep.
So they're like, "Oh my gosh, what is going on?" And so they kind of split apart, which was like the dumbest thing. Even though Marcus is like, "No, we should stay together." But
Haven't you guys seen any horror movie ever?
Yeah, this guy was, I, he had. They should. This Marcus had to be like he had to be the best actor in this movie, but he wasn't.
It was a little like Napoleon Dynamite was like
I
in a horror movie.
Yeah, no, I feel no. John Heater would have killed it as Napoleon Dynamite in a horror film, though. Oh man,
I feel like they missed an opportunity.
Yeah.
Now that you say that,
because I think we're all gonna die. But it's acceptable because he's playing that character. He's like, oh my tots, pocket tots. And so yeah, they all split apart, and I'm not gonna lie to you. The rest of this movie is just a blur. And I watched this twice.
right? We get those. There's like a little scene where Marcus is trying to hit on her, and he's like, "Look, I bought you sour gummy bears from every country around the world."
Oh yeah, because Marcus is like, "Oh well, here, let me at least give you your gift." Yeah, and she's like, "Oh my God, Marcus, you listen. That was like from when we were 12. I just want to sit on it right now." Because like during that whole time, she's like, "Hey, when are you gonna ask me out?"
Right.
And
what's your birthday wish? For you to ask me out, and he's all like,
yeah. And it's weird because like it feels so weird because it's like that conversation it seems like a high school conversation.
Right.
Like 16, you guys been best friends. Yeah, this isn't a conversation for like when you're 21. Unless you're like a sitcom. Like a family-friendly sitcom. But yeah, no, the popular girl's like, "Oh my gosh, where's everyone else?" And then like, what's it called? The goth girl, she I think she's the first one to have no, Jersey is like the first one to almost got by Steamboat.
You assume that he got just off camera again.
Yeah, I was like and then the goth girl also has a run-in with her in the laser tag room.
Right, and she realizes that if she has she turns her flashlight into a strobe light.
Yeah,
it hurts Mickey.
Yeah, it kind of stuns him, but then like we get zero explanation because Mickey is able to teleport, like he's fucking Nightcrawler.
I mean, obviously, like isn't it what he does in all the cartoons? That's one of his powers, the teleporting Mickey. That's why Donald Duck hates him so much, because he could teleport.
It would have really solidified it if he just had a Keyblade with him. Instead of like a kitchen knife. That's what he was killing all of these kids with.
Right. The knife that they were going to use to cut the cake. because they're like, "Hey, the knife we were using to cut the cake is missing."
Yeah. And like I had learned that like the kitchen knife is like the word it's like the last possible weapon that you should choose because if you like stab like if you notice like on like hunting knives there's a guard.
Right, so your hand doesn't go
Yeah,
slide up onto the blade. Yeah,
exactly. And so the kitchen knife is like the worst one. But this guy's not really doing any stabbing like Winnie the Pooh and Blood and Honey.
right. No,
This guy is slicing throats. Because yeah, they start to get picked off little by little. And I gotta say, like a lot too many kids survived in this movie.
well, you're not really sure
Yeah.
because Mickey disappears and then he appears in the bar next door and he kills the guys who are all like, "Let's have a few drinks before we go beat up Marcus."
And you know what I gotta say, as far as like bullies go, kind of the nicest bullies you could meet,
I right.
right? Because they surround him, and they're like, "Oh hey, you better stop, going for our friend's second option, okay?
You okay? You hear me? Now we're gonna go back to our drinks.
Yeah, we don't want to beat you up, okay?"
Canadians are so polite.
Yeah. We just want to go there, and then right after this, we're gonna go to Timmy Hortons for early bird special, which is like a donut, a cigarette, and a coffee. But Mickey's like, I don't think so, and so they try to wail on Mickey, but Mickey's able to like John Wick himself out of there.
Right, right. They're not as they're less formidable than the rednecks from Blood and Honey who try to beat up Pooh.
Yeah, and I'm like, these guys, no, like, there's no way. These guys are Canadians that play hockey. There's no way that these guys don't know how to throw down and take a
Yeah, yeah,
punch.
yeah.
And Mickey he kind of kills them. I don't know. But Mickey again, like they huddle back up because they want to stay together. Marcus is like, we all got to stay together. Like this is how we can survive the most. And Mickey's outside,
Right,
and it's very like that's like a very Scream situation. Like with Ghostface is outside waving his knife.
right. And when he's outside waving the knife, it is a different knife than he used to kill everybody inside.
Yeah, so they're like they think it's like the hockey friends,
Yeah,
but it's not. Of course, it's not. And then unfortunately, the hot red-headed coworker comes back to work,
right.
but super, very millennial slash Gen Z, super absorbed in their phone, and she's like, talking to her friend. She's like, "Oh my god, yeah, I laid it down so good. He's so in love with me now." And she just gets murdered. Like she gets stabbed in the back, in the spine, and then her throat slit.
Yeah,
And so
and it may be the best murder of the.
it really is. Like I mean, we
It's probably the one you see the best, at least.
yeah. Well, I mean, like I got it. Like we do get so VR girl. She also gets her throat sliced, and that's probably the most goriest kill.
Oh, right, yes. I forgot. I look at there was because there's her and then the ditzy girl, and I made them the same person in my head.
Yeah, like yeah, because then like that was like actually a pretty decent tense moment because like the ditzy best friend is playing VR and she's like, oh my god, this is so real, and it's because Mickey is like kind of around her body, like tapping it here and
Yeah,
there, and then like blinking, poofing out of there. And that's probably the most tense moment. And then they try to like, oh hey, let's formulate this plan. Let's go get the fire brigade. That's Canadian speak for firemen.
yep,
And they try to set the alarms off. That goes off, but then as it's going off, the VR girl's like, hey, what are you guys doing? And then she gets her throat slit.
right, yeah. Because she's up in the office, and she's also trying to see if the phone up there, the landline works. And the couple times that they find landlines and pick them up, it's always like, Hey, do you want to play a game?
Yeah. So
You can't escape me. Let's play some games.
let's play some
Not with
games.
not with that accent. It's not. It's more scarier. But
He's like a Canadian Jamaican. Hey, let's play some games, man. Bumbleclap. Yeah, we're not really good at accents here at the Who Watches This podcast.
no.
Oh man, but yeah, it's so Brad, or what's his name? The Sean Hunter looking guy. I think his name was like Brad or Ryan or something like that. He ends up getting stuck on like on the roller coaster, and he's like, "Oh, I'm too high for this." But yeah,
Right, and that was like they set him up for like the coolest kill, and then like
he just lets him off.
didn't. Yeah, he's super high, and then he like traps him on
a roller coaster,
and makes it go really fast, and then lets him off, and then he's like, "Oh my god, I'm freaking out, and I can't walk. I'm so dizzy because of that roller coaster. I'm gonna go over here and sit down."
And it sucks because he's probably the most heroic of the bunch, because he ends up sacrificing himself for the goth girl after she got her Achilles tendon sliced.
Right. Yeah.
And during this whole time, she's telling this story, and the police are like, "How do you know all this? Because you weren't there." And she's like, "No, like I made my way to the office to watch the surveillance cams, and then after I watched them, I went back to the laser tag area and then just like laid down."
Yeah.
So it's like, it's funny because like it feels like this movie's setting up all these like loose ends. And so you're like, oh, the whole movie you're like, oh, did she get possessed by the spirit of Steamboat Willie? We'll never know. But after that, gosh, like Ryan, or what's it called, Jersey comes back and he's like, "Yeah, I've been knocked out. How much have you guys drank? Because you guys are talking about a Mickey Mouse character that's like teleporting all over the place."
Yeah.
And he's pretty aggressive, and to his point, yeah, like, okay, yeah, there's a murderer out there that's just like nightcrawling his way in New Fun Haven. Okay, guys. Somebody,
and then they shine the strobe light right in his face just to make sure he's not the mouse.
Yeah. It's funny because Marcus is like holding this guy at ladle point. I was like, "Where did you get a ladle?" Like, I don't think Fun Haven has a soup station. Oh man! And then all of a sudden,
punch bowl, obviously.
And then all of a sudden, Mickey Mouse, like, he pops up, and they're like fighting him off.
Right.
But they do shine the strobe light at him, and he gets pretty aggressive. But they're able to pin him down until the mean girl kind of like gets freaked out and drops the flashlight, and then Mickey Mouse disappears right in front of them.
Right. And in a weird, somehow they knew that the strobe light hurts Mickey, even though only the goth girl had a strobe light to hurt Mickey, and she did it in the maze and then stayed in the maze, so she never told anybody. So I'm not sure how everybody now knows, but whatever.
I think there was a scene where like Alex had it, and then she was like, "Oh, he kind of didn't teleport during that time," and so I was like, maybe I'm giving them too much credit, but I think that's what happened. And then like Jersey was like, "Oh yeah, I was able to get like a solid punch on him when the light was on him."
Right. Yeah, because they had the light on him, and then they like,
pinned him
put
down.
him down, and they pinned him down with like a chair.
So yeah, and so like they're like, "Oh, guys, we don't have to run away. We know Fun Haven more than anybody because we've been going here since 6 years old."
Yo.
And so they're like, "Yeah, let's devise a plan, and we can trap him." And so they go into like the little fun house or fun playroom for like little kids, and they're like, "Hey Mickey, let's play a game, motherfucker, for hide and seek.
If you can catch me, you could do whatever you want to me." And I was like, whoa, where's this movie going?
Yeah, and so like Mickey strolls into the fun room and she just starts the strobe light from the top and they're all on like the second floor of like this what's it called, like playground contraption, and they're just
Yeah.
like shit talking him like, "Hey, what's up? Where's Minnie, bitch?" Like they're just saying random things to him, and then after like she turns off the strobe light, they turn on like this caution light, those caution lights.
Right.
Like they're like, hey, I'm pretty sure in front of this playground, there's like, don't come in here during this time if you're seizure prone.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so
But since it's all like all flashing in there, now Mickey is trapped, and now Marcus and
Jersey,
Ryan,
yeah,
Paul, whichever one is still alive.
Connor, Kyler, Tyler, yeah, they like pin him down, and then Alex has this scream level monologue. She's like, yeah, you're not going anywhere now, bitch. We got you. Now you're in our playhouse. But then all of a sudden the lights cut off. And
Right. It's like timer is up. The flashing lights stop.
yeah, I was like, how dumb. Like, you guys are 21. How dumb are you all?
Right. And if you've been going here forever,
Yeah.
you know
You know.
that this is on a 30-second timer.
Yeah, so like you would have brought the flashlight that can go strobe mode and kept it on him. And he flickers out of there, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, what happened?" And then Alex is like, "I guess we'll never see him again." And then it cuts.
Well, no. She says it much more defiant. She's like, "He is scared of us, and we know his weakness. We will never see him again."
Yeah, and then it cuts to the goth girl, and they're like, "All your friends are dead, and you seem way too nonchalant about this situation." And then it cuts back to Alex in the fun haven, and as soon as she ends that sentence, she gets her head chopped off.
Yep.
And first, instead of like no one screaming, Marcus is like, "Oh, I never even got to ask her out." And then the movie ends. Oh my god. All right,
Yeah.
before we get into other thoughts of this movie, let's go into our other section, high star, low star.
Well, apparently you didn't watch all the way through the credits.
Oh no, I didn't. What?
Because
Yeah.
at the end of the credits, you see the goth girl sitting in jail,
Yeah.
and the jail cell just opens, and you hear, "Let's go have some fun." And she gets up and smiles. So was she possessed? Was it her the whole time?
Oh god. Even that doesn't save this movie.
No.
All right, Kobe. What is the highest rating of this movie?
We have an 8 out of 10. There is no 10s. There's no 9s.
That is basically
But there isn't
10 this movie.
Yes. What was very 8 out of 10. What was very dumb was a lot of fun. Well, I finally watched Mousetrap, the horror movie with Mickey Mouse as the slasher villain. While there are a number of problems with it, I still had a blast with this movie. Positives for the Mousetrap is one of those slasher movies where you need to just turn your brain off and have some fun. There's a lot of entertainment to see Mickey Mouse killing a group of annoying adults. And finally, the amusement arcade was a fun setting for the movie. The negatives for Mousetrap is the acting from these characters was very bad. The fact that Mickey teleports was kind of dumb. And the police victim sequence seems kind of pointless and is just there to pad time. Finally, the ending was anticlimactic. Overall, Mousetrap is a bad slasher movie, but it is a entertaining slasher movie. Turn off your brain and have some fun with this movie.
And then 1 out of 10. I thought this was a school project. On a real note, the concept, the title, and the story had potential. It could have been a modern horror twist it could have been a modern horror twist to what we grew up on. However, the execution was like an airball layup. From the first scene through the last scene, you can notice the lack of experience behind the camera. Furthermore, the camera work during ambient scenes swapped the horror with comedy instead. The slasher villain in this movie had a very poor origin story. His entrance made zero sense. Therefore, making the movie further unrealistic and unenjoyable. It would have been better if inspiration was taken by the famous slasher villain Michael Myers to improve audience scare effect and suspense. And not to mention, the plot was very predictable. So, in conclusion, the idea behind this film had potential, but wasn't the best production. I think that's a pretty fair assessment. Like, you know, the 1 out of 10 review kind of, you wanted to give it a little bit of props.
Right. You give it some thought.
Yeah, but you know, see, the thing about like movies, like especially like with this scale, is like if you're gonna have like poor acting, uh, like a very limited budget, and you know, just like and it's like a contained space, you gotta make the kills just really outlandish,
Uh, right.
right? Because
I agree.
we're basically dealing with the PG or the G version of like a Looney Tune character
Yeah.
with Mickey Mouse. He's like he's you know Disney's Bugs Bunny, and
Absolutely. Yeah.
maybe they didn't want to take you know too much from that. I don't know, like the the poor origin story kind of doesn't help it as well. Like if they were like, oh yeah, I found the Steamboat Willie comic, but I heard it was cursed.
Right. Or I spent, you know, $100,000, you know, on like Walt Disney's original like movie reel or something.
Yeah, you kind of like the one thing like it's hard, right? Because like a lot everyone's seen like the success of the Terrifier coming out and like how much
Yeah.
that movie's like that franchise has made what close to like $85 million at this point. And but the only reason is like for that one it kind of it works. You don't really have to have an origin story because in the first movie Art the Clown doesn't seem supernatural.
Right. It's just you don't know. In that first movie, you're like, that is just this creepy clown who is just killing people,
Yeah.
and it is like shockingly over the top kills.
Yeah. And so like with that you don't really need this origin story even like towards the end where you find out oh he must be supernatural because you know he fucking wakes up from the dead and starts killing people again. So you're like, "Oh, okay, that's, you know, that makes sense." Because the whole time, the whole time you think he's just like some psychotic deranged man in a old-timey clown costume.
Right. Who's just super terrifying on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny that the 1 out of 10 review said you should have just took inspiration from Michael Myers. It would have been so funny if this was a shot for shot of Halloween, but instead of Michael Myers, it's just Steamboat Willie.
Right. Yeah, it was. I tried to watch some reviews. Nobody really liked this. They kind of all trashed it. But somebody made like a funny point. They were like, it felt like somebody was trying to write a bad knockoff of Five Nights at Freddy's,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were like, "Hey, the copyright on Steamboat Willie ends. Let's just change the puppet from. We don't have to change the location or anything. We'll just change it from the dancing puppet to a Mickey Mouse."
Which, I mean, for them, that's like a good selling point, right? Because it's like, oh, look at this like Mickey Mouse slasher movie, and let's kind of ride off the blood and honey train.
Yeah.
So that was probably like the best move for these people.
And it was like it originally, when they very first promoted it, it was called Mickey's Mousetrap. But I think they got some pushback from Disney because Mickey Mouse is still under Disney. It was just the Steamboat Willie. Yeah. So that's they changed it just to Mousetrap.
Which is fine.
They did I thought they had like a cute opening like scroll.
Yeah, of the Star Wars.
The Star Wars kind of scroll, and it was like, you know, kind of like, hey guys, just because this is based off of Steamboat Willie, it is not tied directly to any Disney products and stuff. And then it made a couple like different jokes in there. I thought that was pretty cute way to start it.
Yeah, but I was like, when the scroll started, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna I don't know about this movie anymore. It was funny though. It was
like another little jab at Disney because like it was like the Star Wars scroll.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, that's now owned by Disney too. Let's steal that.
Yeah, they can't monetize a scrolling text on the screen, right, guys? You know, like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, like the first review had said, like, or even your review, it's like if you shut off your brain, kind of just watch this for what it is, it's a pretty fun time. But like, because we watch so many of like what's considered to be like bad horror films, we have this expectation of like, okay, it's gonna be a bad horror film, but we're gonna have like really sweet over the top kills.
Right, because it even when you have a low budget, you could still throw like a bucket of blood on like the camera. Like you can still there's much cheaper ways to still give you interesting kills.
Because I think you have to give that to us. Like even like for the like any kind of kill scenes where like maybe you behead somebody, right? You just go ahead and go to Spirit Halloween, grab like a mask that looks like a person's face, and then kind of just throw it, and then we can kind of laugh about how bad that effect was.
Right.
But it's like, oh, that's too funny. Like I can't believe they put that in this movie. Yeah, I think that's like, because that's where the charm is for a lot of these types of movies, right? It's like bad effects or good effects, doesn't really matter, because we're gonna love either or. But when you have if you're doing a slasher film and you're having a lot of your kills be off screen, it's
right.
You gotta put the budget there. Like you grab a couple of your friends that like have a weekend. A weekend to spare and act in a movie. You get whatever lighting equipment and camera equipment that you can get, and probably not even write a script, just be like, hey, this is the scene, just say shit.
So you said that the guy who was the owner of the
New Haven or Fun Haven,
the Fun Haven, that guy, that actor is actually the producer and writer.
Oh,
writer director.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that guy's actually the general manager of Fun Haven.
And he's got an extensive list of like things he's done.
Low budget horror films.
Yeah, like 20 different ones.
See, this is where I know I hate myself, because now I'm gonna want to watch it.
Yes, Simon Phillips.
Oh, the Phillip verse.
80. He has acted in 85 movies. He has written 8 of them.
Oh my! I thought you were gonna say he wrote all 80 of
them. It's not anything really that I'm not familiar with any of them, but
I can't imagine you would be.
He did the Nights Before Christmas, where he was the evil Santa. He acted in that one, and he was also the writer.
Oh man!
Once Upon a Time at Christmas.
Yeah, he was trying to get his what's it called, Black Christmas on, you know. He's like, I just need one of these to hit. Really,
Exactly.
I'm not gonna shit on him because he's doing it.
He is.
Yeah,
He said he's got a part in 85 movies.
yeah,
That's an impressive.
impressive. Yeah, an impressive like roster of movies, right? And then like for him to also like write 8 of them and then get a team like a team of people to do it, big ups to him. He's like the Darman of movies.
Yeah,
Darman.
yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, we're coming into our hour. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Make sure to check all of our other months down below. We have a bunch of theme months there for you. I know we got something for you, from in space to out space falling onto Earth to Nazi zombies to actor theme months. There's a ton out there for you guys. But we do our reviews in 4 different sections. We have Stream It, DVD, Blu-ray, and the Ultimate Box Collection. Kobe, where you at for this one?
I feel like it was fun to watch. It was,
Yeah.
but I feel like this is probably got to stay on streaming. It was on what
Peacock?
I watched it on Peacock, but it
Yeah.
is also on Tubi.
Oh.
Um, Blood and Honey is also on Tubi. I
Yeah.
think Blood and Honey. No, wait. Peacock has Blood and Honey 1, and Tubi's
2.
got it. Or okay, yeah.
Oof.
But I think and then Tubi's got part 1.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I think this is. Yeah, this is probably gonna stay a Stream It as well. Like I don't know if I want to invest into the Philip verse yet. Maybe I'll watch like his 8 other movies that he's written, and maybe it'll change my mind. Who knows?
right.
But you know what? Like I thought also, it's just like it's so overdone. But yeah, I think this also might have just worked if it was like a solo movie, like if it was like just Alex in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and then it becomes a literal cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
That would have like possibly ramped up a lot of the tension and the suspense, and then you don't have to show really over the top gory scenes because but then it's like maybe they're just like, oh, how do we stretch this out to at least an hour and 25 minutes of a
Right.
movie?
Put a little more story into how the possession happened, and then like don't have the party. It's just like Alex and then the redhead girl who left,
Yeah.
and like she gets killed, and then Alex is just like being chased around.
Yeah, or you could have if you do want to have the party in there, they have the party at a bar, and then like her friends come one by one, and they all get picked off, and then she's like this Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator situation by the end of it.
Right.
Yeah, like that's like I totally understand the 1 out of 10 saying that this had a ton of potential, but just a lot of it
Yeah,
felt very amateurish.
I feel like it was a rush. Like they were like, hey, we'll get some views if we are the very first who do the Mickey Mouse one. So let's hurry up and just worry less about script and acting and worry
kills.
more about hurry up and get this out so we're the first.
Yeah, which I mean, to be fair, it might have been the move for them because this movie has gotten probably the most exposure any of his movies has gotten, at least in the U.S. So,
Right.
again, I felt like this is like one of those episodes where we kind of dunked on this movie, but I also still super respect the person for still doing it.
Right, and it really wasn't horrible. Like I had fun watching it. Actually, my watched it with Teresa, and that my daughter and her boyfriend were there.
Yeah.
And so we like all watched it, and it was kind of like we MST3K'd it. Like
Yeah.
as the movie was we kind of like we're picking on it as it was going through. So
See, that's a lot more fun.
Made it a fun watch, yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely a lot. This is probably one of those like party movies.
Right.
You gotta
right.
watch it all together and just kind of laugh about it. and all that stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check all of our links down below where we have all of our social medias.
Yeah, our Facebook, Twitter, or Twitter X.
No, I'll call it Twitter.
I'm never gonna like.
Yeah.
God, it's been X for a year, and I still keep calling it. But Threads, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're everywhere.
Yeah, definitely talk to us on there. But thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out our theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on our album Music Podcast 3, and its Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.